nigga got going on, bitch. Go ahead and pipe. Okay. Oh, we gotta go on the clock. Definitely need it.
The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Oh, that bitch ain't got a nigga doing number one smoke, dude.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That bitch look like glass, to be honest. Yeah.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A run for Nick Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Let's put that team on the bus.
To throw on 3rd down. Cloud. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the play. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
I got a little running back for these Titans, bro.
With a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Niggas wonder why you just run the ball on cover 4. That's because you niggas don't run that but the cover 4. And they let you cover everything on the field on that bitch down there.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
I want them, but the bubbles and shit work against that shit. I say it do. Yeah, that shit work against that shit. It do, but in the playbook I got, if for some reason every bubble screen I got don't fucking work. Like when I go click it, it pull up a whole different play. When I go pick it, yeah. It's like they took all my bubbles. Yeah, they took all my bubbles out of that bitch or something.
Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
I'm just saying, though, it's like they took the play. Like, I could pick a bubble screen, and when I come up, it's going to be a whole different play. It ain't even going to be no bubble screen. So I think it's something with the playbook.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Looking to throw on second down. Cloud. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check, 55 to Mike. Check.
From the gun, Cloud. And this is caught. It's Parker. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Man, the camping, bro, listen, bro, I was so mad last night, bro, I can't play with Will anymore. Because all Will want to play is fucking domination. Yeah, that domination shit. And I don't like that domination shit. That domination shit ain't nothing. That shit for the campers, bro. That shit for niggas that ain't got no merch man skills.
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the lap?
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Oh, made a fumble. Casey, ride out, Casey. Big boy Casey, ride out, Casey. Big boy Casey, ride out, Casey. Hit his bitch, died on me.
Turn as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Always fun to watch a big boy pick it up and go. He may need a little oxygen.
I was trying to get the dude behind me. To get behind me so I could pitch that bitch back.
You and me trying to balance ourselves up here because you can feel the shaking all the way up to the booth. That big guy trying to get it to the house.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd down now. Warner. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery when they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce.
I kicked the ball up for a nigga and then went to running like I returned the kick. I'm talking about this is drugs, man. Serious drugs, bro.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles. Just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
Exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
That's that. I need to just sit that bitch in the ass for this whole shit.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, watch the slant.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
I'm going back to you. Hey, check Mike. Watch it
Mike. To throw again. Cloud. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go heavy.
Operating from the gun, Cloud. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Right, it's like I be off.
That is how you put field position. Right. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
They didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. Not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
We ain't rocking like that. So, baby, we ain't rocking like that.
First down. Here's Cousins. And now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this, where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because
hey, bro,
this
how you dive with a quarterback by yourself?
Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On second down, Woodard. He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met.
Hold on, man. I got to look at these. I always got to look at these rules again, dog. Yeah, and this fucking, this revolution shit. I'm trying to see if one of them boys fucking. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I got them bitches. Hey, bro, can I go for it? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Can I go for it or not? Do I have to punt that bitch?
In the backfield and goes backwards.
Say left. I'll punt it.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. A run with Chubb on first down, not going to be a good one. He won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score.
Let's go, D, let's go, D.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Cloud. It's complete to Graham. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cloud. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. It's picked up by the Titans. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not only going to tip it, I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. Gun. Come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. 0-0.
Throwing, Cousins. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Looking deep for Hilton. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free, no first down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do? Or I guess nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. He was looking for Watkins that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
They're not ready for this.
A final shot before break. Cloud, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And they'll get
game chat. Oh no, I'm in game chat. I'm tripping. How the fuck I get the game chat?
Zone for a touchback.
How I get there? Go.
Offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Slam. Tight dog. What is that?
They'll keep it on the ground. Woodard. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Returnable for Grant. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And again, it's Chubb. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On the right side, open is Gesicki. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's 2nd and 8. That is incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Cloud. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Here we go. Here we go. Put the flag. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Cloud. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk. To come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Man left, man left. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Hey, we're good, we're good. 3. Hey, Foxtrot.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. So a big 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming for the Titans. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Dolphins' 49-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Cousins. Got him in. It's Brown. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Titans take over first and 10.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on first and 10. Now Cousins. And that's caught inside the 30.
Let's go.
A gain of 32 that time. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Christian Wilkins in there to take him down, and the clock will roll on third down. Woodard fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
This will be taken in at the 1. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. This team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win them.
And I think teams around the league are...
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. To throw on second down. Cloud. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Mike 55, Mike 55. Here we go. 55.
To throw on third down. Cloud. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. Here's Matt Hawk now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up. Watch twist. Watch twist. One. Twist.
They'll keep it on the ground. Woodard. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On second down now, Woodard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Yellow. Mike 3. Let's go one more.
What can Cousins do in the OT? And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it, because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. 2nd and 1. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Chubb. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Cloud brought in over the middle by Grant. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now this one complete on the slant route. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. This to win it in overtime. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. This to win it in overtime. And that is no good. And we will play on here in overtime. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
Drama, drama, drama. We saw all of it in this one. Overtime, all the way to the end of OT. The long field goal shot to win it, but they couldn't convert.
And because it's the regular season, we don't play more bonus football. We don't go to another period. It ended right there. You get one in overtime to get it done. Look, let's face it. That field goal attempt was a long shot to begin with. No pun intended, or maybe pun intended. But it doesn't go through, and it ends in a tie.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.